Welcome back to Culture Cut TV here on Much Obliged TV, episode number 4, season 2. I'm Static Link. This is the homie DJ Mop Top.
What's up, y'all?
So, right here on Culture Cut TV, for those who aren't familiar with the show, we're debuting 5 music videos, 2 that me and Mop Top choose that are influences to us. And we have a special guest on the show today, Morsy. Billboard charting Morsy. Great new disco house artist. I mean, he's amazing. Lucky to have him here. He's going to pick 3 of his favorite videos, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So let's get into the first video today. You want to introduce it for us?
Yes, one of my favorite songs, Robin S., Show Me Love, right here on Culture Cut TV.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Culture Cut TV here on Much Obliged TV. That was Robin S., Show Me Love, one of my favorite music videos, one of my favorite songs, something that I play in almost every one of my sets if you all haven't been. But we have the pleasure today to be here with one of my main homies, one of the first people I spun with, one of the first people who actually put me onto his night when I moved here, my man DJ Morsy in the building.
Oh yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen?
That was a crazy introduction.
I love this man. I was in his wedding party, you know what I mean? This is the dude.
Man.
And before I met you in person, I was playing a whole bunch of your remixes, your edits, all that shit. And it's dope to, have the connect and when, good music recognizes good music. Good energy recognizes good energy. But for the people who don't know you, who is the man, the myth, the legend, Morsy?
Oh, snap. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So what do you do?
Yeah, give us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What's your thing? What do you, for people who don't know who you are?
Full-time DJ, music producer, cyclist, and urban gardener.
Oh, urban gardener. Nice.
I like to throw that in there for some extra credit.
That's good. That's good. I dig it. So, honestly, man, like when me and Mop Top were talking about doing the show, we've been wanting to get you on for a while. We talk about our show kind of lacking in musical diversity in the sense of, we do a lot of hip-hop artists. We don't do very many electronic artists. And I think it's awesome that you're here because we've got a lot of questions about the difference in business between, like, a hip-hop artist and, what you do. And specifically recently, you've been on, like, a roll, man. I think every time I see your Instagram, you're doing another show somewhere. You have another tune coming out on some big label. I mean, what's your secret, man? Like, how do you stay so active?
I mean, you got to make the hustle happen. It's nonstop. Like, just like everything these days, as soon as you have something that has a little buzz, you got to continue. You got to just nonstop. Because if you don't, people will forget about you and be like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Move on to the next.
And it's funny because I think we were talking off camera before we started the show today about the importance of keeping relevant, because some of these blogs and websites and magazines and outlets are always looking for you to put out new music, and if you don't, they kind of write you off. Yep. And I feel like it's such a short period of time now to do that. So,
dude, it's ridiculous now. I remember back in the day when I used to intern and do street promo at Def Jam, they were talking about changing the game as far as releasing albums. So they used to, like Rihanna or Kanye or Jay-Z, they used to release an album like once a year, once every 2 years.
Right, yeah.
And then they were like, we might have to start doing every 6 months. Because the game is getting that, like, people's attention span is, like, that small.
I think everything
now.
is so single-serving now, and I think you even see that with not even just albums, but, a lot of artists releasing just singles. Because, you don't necessarily see people, how they listen to music now. You're not putting a CD in and listening to the whole CD. You're downloading single MP3s, you're hearing single pieces, and it's more of a singles game. Even when people have an album come out, usually you follow it up with 4 big singles off of that project, have the album drop, and then you have the next 4 big singles come out through it,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting, too, because you just said you interned at Def Jam. A lot of people who know your music or are familiar with your music, it's kind of like new disco house style, and how did that happen? How did you get into that? Because I noticed real quick, a lot of the videos you picked today were hip hop videos.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because people pull inspiration from different things.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you get into?
I mean, I'm a hip hop head. I was a pro skater back in the day, like during my teens, and all the skate videos were like hip hop influenced. Some also alternative rock and stuff like that. But yeah, man, originally hip hop head, DJing, nothing but hip hop.
That's why I like this guy.
And then listening to underground stuff. And I think we talked about it earlier. My cousin's Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, we did.
Rolls with Necro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
yeah, which is crazy.
Underground.
That's wild.
Yeah. All right, well, speaking of that, so why don't we do this? Because I want to hear a little bit more about the beginning of Morsy and kind of, your rise. Why don't we get into the first video? You want to introduce it for us?
All right. First video, we'll do California Love.
Man, classic. All right, right here on Culture Cut TV.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming, fiending for money and alcohol. The life of a West Side player with cowards die and a strong ball. Only in Cali will we riot, not rally to live and die. In LA we wear chucks, not valleys. Yeah, that's right. Dressed in loafs and khaki suits and ride is what we do. Flossing but have caution, we collide with other crews. Famous because we throw drams. Worldwide, let them recognize from Long Beach to Rosecrans. Bumping and grinding like a slow jam.
Welcome back to Culture Cut TV here on Much Obliged TV. That was California Love, Tupac, Dr. Dre, classic, man.
Oh, man.
I play that record, I think, every single time. It was a Roger Troutman sample.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, such a classic record. And it's guaranteed to get the dance floor jumping,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Always.
Oh, man, can't go wrong. So, anyways, getting back to it, man. So, how did you get into production? Were you DJ first, or did you do music first?
DJ first, and about, I'd say, maybe even 15 years now, or we'll say 12. 12 years ago, I started doing edits. Bunch of edits, like Baltimore club edits.
Epic edits. That the one that you did with Dre. What was it? Everyone's had like the club vibe.
The Dr. Dre one.
Yeah, I rocked that edit.
Forgot about Dre.
Yeah, forgot about Dre. That was such a dope edit.
Record.
Yeah, a lot of West Coast. I see you. I've been doing.
Hey man, I feel you. Actually, it's funny because that's my big influences are pretty much all West Coast too, which is ironic, being that
here in New York.
So
how did you start up with the edits? Did you
shout out
as a
to
tool for
Cousin
you to
Cole.
DJ, or Cousin Cole got you into it?
Cousin Cole taught me Ableton.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
okay.
Man. So my first lesson through Ableton, because of the holla boards, I hollered at Cousin Cole, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll teach you," and then started making edits nonstop. And he didn't think I was that serious, but I was like, dude, I'm serious about this shit.
Did you make the edits for your own DJ sets, or was it like kind of a tool for you to start learning production? Because I feel like people come at the edit game in a lot of different ways, Like for me, I started on edits as well, and a lot of times it was because I'm ADD. Everyone knows this. I have to do 100 different things at once, and I was like, I wanted to fit more songs than were humanly possible to DJ, so I started making edits so that I could have 100 songs playing at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I did it for my purposes.
Yeah.
I did all the edits that I ever did was so that I could DJ and make them sound better, and like I always made sure that the edits I made were going to work on the dance floor no matter what.
Yeah.
For me, cuz I'm selfish. But I was like,
one of the dope
everybody else
things
can
about
have
your
it.
edits was that everything was always mixed very well. Like your edits were always very loud, which is why I always liked a lot of the edit packs that you had.
Thanks.
I think you kind of need that, like in dance music now. It's like one of those things where like people expect it to be loud. It's kind of the loudness wars thing.
Oh, totally.
In a sense.
Yes.
So let's do this. Let's get into the second video. When we come back, I want to talk about some of the stuff you're working on right now, and a couple of the records you recently released that hit Billboard, actually, which was a huge career accomplishment that a lot of producers hope to have happen. So it's awesome that you could talk to us about that a little bit. So let's do this. Let's get into the next video. What do you want to do?
All right, next video, CNC Music Factory, A Deeper Love.
It's the love episode right here on Much Obliged TV.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Well, I got love in my heart. It gives me the strength to make it through the day. Crying love, crying respect for yourself. And that's why I'm not looking for handout charity welfare. I don't need stealing, not my feeling. No backstabbing, greedy, grabbing.
Love. A Deep Love.
Hey,
Yay.
hey.
One of my favorite songs. Another track that I actually did a couple edits of back in the day. I actually did multiple edits of that song into like different ones.
Same here.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like a classic sampled song that I feel like everybody has messed around with because it has so much soul. And no matter what, you can't not feel good listening to those lyrics and to how that grooves, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's a great song, man. So, talking about your current releases, man, what are you working on right now?
So right now I have a bunch of instrumentals, looking for vocals. Like we talked about earlier,
Sure,
you gotta continue with the buzz.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it's like I already had the record that hit Billboard, and I was like, all right, gotta have another one. So I have 4 records, but I don't have any vocals.
Oh, all right. So you're on the hunt. For all the people out there, hint, hint.
I got a couple people for you. I think we talked about this beforehand. I got some people who are worthy of the Morsy.
Oh yes, please send them my way.
So Pride was a big record for you, obviously. And talking about, you just said you have to follow up. So how did Pride come together? Did you produce the track, and then did the label organize the artist that sang on it, or did you know her, or how did that come about?
So interestingly enough, I went to ADE, Amsterdam Dance Event, last year.
That's awesome. That's one of my goals. I've never been.
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
Oh, you got to go. And I went there with the intention in mind of finding somebody that's going to help my career, that I could start a family with and work with.
Mission accomplished.
Yes. And
Man.
so I was DJing an event, free event, and they made me even play earlier. I'm like, really, guys? It's all good. So I played earlier, and the guys at 418 were there. 418 Music is the record label, and they were like, we like your style of music. You got any original stuff coming up? I was like, sure. As soon as I got back to New York, emailed
Nice.
it,
Shipped
sent
it off.
sent the instrumental and be like, do you guys have any vocalists? And they were like, we know the perfect girl for this song. So because it was Pride, and it's the girl Ember Skies is a part of the whole LGBTQ community.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Very
So
cool.
she was the perfect voice,
Yeah.
soulful.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Shout out to Ember Skies.
Yeah, dude, the
Girl.
records.
You got the voice.
Record is fire. That's right. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you do check it out because that is fire. All right, man. So, what do you? So you got a couple releases that you're working on right now. When can we expect to hear some new stuff? What do you think? Just waiting to get the right vocalist.
Yeah. So I think I went to ADE this year.
Nice.
And got so much influence back. There's this producer, David Penn, who I really like. He's on that funky, soulful house vibe.
I love that stuff. That's like my favorite style for
and
sure.
so I think the records I want to release, I want to have some like old school sounding voice, or maybe a male voice this time.
Some little soulful.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to follow up with Pride.
I feel that. Nice. All right, man. Well, tell the people, where can they find your music? Where can they follow you? What can they do? Like,
So hashtag Morsy Music, MORSY.
no E, MORSY.
Yes, no E. And Beatport, Spotify, TrackSource, all the socials.
Nice. And music is on Apple Music, Spotify, and stuff like that
Yes,
as well,
Apple
so people
Music
can
as
stream
well.
it. Okay. Nice, man. Nice. All right, so let's do this. I want to get in the last video, and because YouTube has these ridiculous music
Restrictions
policies
on us.
that give us.
You can't hold us back, YouTube.
That's right.
You can't hold us back.
That make it really difficult. We kind of spent about a half hour trying to find music videos because Morsy had he had good taste in music, but a lot of the videos were blocked by YouTube, unfortunately. So what we decided to do is, because this guy is the first artist I think we've had on here that had a Billboard hit,
Yes, sir.
we decided we should play that song. So you want to introduce this? Let's tell us. Let's give us a good introduction here for Pride.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to play my new track, Pride, featuring Amber Skies. Give it to them, baby.
Here we go.
Woo. Yes, that was DJ Morsy here on Culture Cut TV or here on Much Obliged TV.
Such a good interview, man.
Oh yeah, dude. He's one of the homies, super humble, incredibly talented. I just, good vibes all around.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you check out the past 3 episodes of Season 2. We've had some great guests on so far. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. We're going to get into the last video today. We got a special one. We decided to keep it with the love vibes since every song had love in the title. This is Shabba Ranks, Mr. Loverman, right here on Culture Cut TV. Tune in next week.
Much love, y'all.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Morsy over here. Chilling with Culture Cut TV. And I just want you to check out some other videos. You can click right here, or right here, or down here for more videos. Stay tuned, because I'm out. Peace.